Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're having a good day. I hope everything's going well with you. Today in this video, I want to show you some guided bent pieces from a weld test that I took a couple days ago. As you can see, I passed. So at my job, I had to take the AWS D11 3G weld test. I did it with Dual Shield. So I'm going to talk about that test. I'm going to talk about some things that I did and what to look for. So, um, pretty much, I did the test, and when I was doing the test, I had to have a temperature gun. You don't want the temperature of the metal or the weld to go over 500. If it goes over 500, what can happen if you continuously do that? The weld can become weak, and then when you bend test, it'll break. So, long story short, when I do 3G, when I'm doing dual shield, I don't do any I don't do any manipulation with the gun. I just run it straight up, but slow enough where I'm making sure that I'm getting good fusion on both edges of the plate. Um, Pretty much just going at a nice speed. Uh, what else? What else? Another thing I did with the test too, very critical. Each pass you do, you need to make sure that you clean it out really good, because slag inclusion, things like that, will make you fail. So pretty much cleaning it out real good, real good. What else? What's some other tips? Another thing about the test is you need to make sure, like when you're running the multiple passes, you want to try to keep those passes as smooth as possible, because what will happen if your passes start getting too bumpy, you reach the end to where it's time to cap, or getting close to time to cap, where like one part of the plate, it's almost like level with the top of the plate, like the weld, and then at the bottom you'll have to do like multiple passes, and that puts you in a bad predicament. So like the best thing you want to do is you want to try to keep each weld travel speed the same. You want to try to keep it as smooth as possible, because if you don't, you might have uneven spots on the plate where you're welding, and that'll be an issue when it comes time to cap. So that's pretty much it in this video. Once again, I'll show you guys the plate. Once again, it was a guided bend test. Key points to take away from this video is, when you're taking the test 3G, make sure the temperature of the material that you're welding does not exceed 500, because if you keep exceeding 500 multiple times, what's going to happen is that the weld is going to be weakened, and when you go to do the guided bend test, it's going to snap. That's why you have like a time limit when you do the test. That's why with a lot of inspectors, like if the test is like an hour and a half and you finish the test in 30 minutes, they're just going to throw your piece away, because they know that you didn't let the material cool how it should. You just rushed through it, and they already know that that material is going to snap when they bend it, so they're not going to waste their time. Another key point: travel speed. Make sure your travel speed is consistent. Make sure that you're not rushing through. You want to make sure you're seeing that puddle expand and wash into the edges of both those plates while you're going up in between those two plates on the backing bar. What else? Another tip to take off of this, another key point, and make sure your best to try to keep each pass as smooth as possible. You don't want a bunch of bumps or anything like that, because like I said before, one part of you may be ready to cap in one area, then at the bottom you may be lacking, and now you're in a big problem because it's uneven. So that, and last point, just to explain again, make sure that you clean out each pass very well.